Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Melissa, and if you're new here to my channel, I speak about missing children, I speak about celebrity passing away, I talk about normal celebrities, I talk about WWE superstar, I speak about adult missing. Today, so I have 3 new cases that I will be talking about today. So let's go ahead and get started. Do not forget to subscribe and hit that bell so you can be notified every time I upload a video. So let's get ahead and get started. So the first adult cases that I'll be talking about is Kenneth Ray Weaver. He went missing when he was only 37 years old. Unknown, but he usually wears t-shirts and blue jeans. Caucasian male, brown hair, blue eyes. Weaver's nickname is Kenny. He wears eyeglasses with golden wire frames and smoky tin lenses. He has a scar extending from the right side of his chin to his neck and a 1 to 1/2 inch surgical scar on his lower back near his spine. His shirt size is medium and his pant size is 29. Weaver was last seen on December 25th of 2000 when a friend dropped him off at another friend's home in Pocola, Oklahoma, in a town that borders Fort Smith, Aesah. He may have been driving a Fort Smith afterwards. Some agencies state he disappeared from there. He has never been heard from again. Both Aesah and Oklahoma authorities intentionally refused to accept a missing person report, which each states claiming that the other had jurisdiction over the case. As a result, an official report wasn't filed on his disappearance for 5 years. Little information available in Weaver's case. Why does it take 5 years for you to put out a missing person report? At this point, both of y'all should have just taken the report. If both of y'all had taken Aesah and Oklahoma, if y'all would have taken the report in each of y'all the restriction, it would have been better, because just imagine if y'all would have done that. People from both states would have said something, but y'all waited for 5 years because y'all could not come to a conclusion what state was gonna take it. Were y'all playing hot potato or something? Hot potato? Like, was that what y'all doing? This is ridiculous. For 5 years, a family was trying to get some information, trying to put that 5 years, y'all wasted. Because when someone goes missing, basically 24 to 48 hours is really crucial for the family and the authorities. But y'all waited 5 years. Wow. That is crazy. The other one we're going to be talking about, the second one, is Aesha Amera Muhammed, and I'm hope I'm saying her last name right, and her first. She went missing at 23 years old, 5'8" to 5'9", 134 pounds. African American, female, black hair, brown eyes. Some agencies spell Aesha last name Muhammed. She has a gap between her upper front teeth, a smile liner, a scar on her abandoned. Aesha was last seen at her residence in the vicinity of the 600 block of North 5th 6th Street in Philly, Pennsylvania on November 30, 2000. Her 2-year-old son, Amara, disappeared with her. Amara was located several weeks later when someone left him on the doorstep of the Liberty Temple Church in Newark, New Jersey. He was nearly dressed and in good health, but he could not say where he had been or who dropped him off at the church. He could only remember his first name and was not identified for several days. Aesha has never been heard from again. After Amara was returned to his mother relatives, he told them he had witnessed his mother murdered and named her killer. He stated she had been fighting with another individual at her home, and this person pushed her and hit her with a rock, and she died. The person Amara said killed his mother has not been publicly defined. Aesha is described as a competent, caring mother who would not have willingly abandoned her son. At the time of her disappearance, she was employed at a beauty salon, studying a Venice Beauty Academy. She lived in a boarding house in the 56th Street near Hunter, run by her father, half-brother, Charles Dickinson. Aesha reportedly had a troubled relationship with Dickinson, and they often argued. When she disappeared, Dickinson told her family she had packed her belongings and left his home. Willingly, her room in his house was found completely cleaned out. The only furniture remained was a dresser and a bed with a bottom sheet. No suspects had never been arrested. Aesha disappeared. Foul play is suspected in her case. I do not want to put nothing out there, but I think you know who I'm thinking could have had done something with it. And this person is a really cold-hearted person to do it right in front of her child. But it breaks my heart, and I hope that he has taken some type of therapy just to, to cope with what he saw. He may not remember what he saw, and I hope, when there's so many things that you try to block that happened to your childhood, that you try to block it just because you don't want to remember that bad thing and you just want to remember the good times. So I hope that's what happened. But if he still does remember that day, I do hope that he's taking any type of therapy, because that really does suck. Veronica Jolie in Blumhorst, this is the last case, and she went missing at age 21. Her 5 to 5'1", 100 pounds, purple satin jacket, a white tank top under a light mini green short sleeve sweater, white plaid Carter-hole pants, brown shoes, a black wash and glass ring set with the blue safari. Veronica may have been pregnant at the time of her disappearance. Blue Chevrolet Corset account for. Caucasian female. Blonde hair, green and hazel eyes. Veronica wears wire rim eyeglasses. She has a scar on her chest, a scar on her elbow, and a surgical scar on her knee. Her ears are pierced, and she had braces in her teeth at the time of her disappearance. Veronica was last seen leaving her place of employment in the Super Valley grocery store in Mendota, Illinois at 1:07 a.m. September 20 of 1990. She was supposed to work that night shift for the first time in weeks. She's taken time off work because she was recovering from illness. She still felt sick and decided to leave work early and go home to sleep. She has never been heard from again. Veronica blue Chevrolet Corsair was found parked in her garage at her home 4 blocks away at 7:30 a.m. The garage door was closed and there was no sign of her at the scene. At the time of her disappearance, she resided with her parents and younger brother in the 1200 block of Morner Street. She was supposed to give her brother a ride to school that morning, and when he realized he was gone, he told their father, Paul, and drove to school in his own car. Paul was intentionally not concerned because he assumed Veronica had decided to have breakfast with Jeff Vinker, her boyfriend of 5 months, at 10:30 a.m. However, Vinker called and Paul realized that they weren't together. He checked with his older daughter, Carolyn, who lived in near town. Carolyn said her sister wasn't with her. That afternoon, Vinker reported her missing. An extensive search of the area turned up no sign of Veronica. Dogs traced in her scent from her family garage to a nearly alley and then lost the trail. Police interviewed Venka on September 23rd. He'd been injured in a prior motorcycle accident and had problems with his memory. As a result, he wasn't sure what happened on the night of Veronica's disappearance. He said he thought she may have called him at 9:30 p.m. in September 19th and talked about going to a doctor the next day because she was pregnant. Vink said it was possible he picked her up, Veronica, that night, argued with her and pushed her, and that she got hurt really bad. Authorities didn't take his statement seriously, however, because of his neurology problem. I'm going to assume that is the brain problem because he got in an accident. Investigators do not believe Veronica left at her own accord. As she left behind all her clothing and her vehicle, she had no credit cards and her bank balance was only 4 when she disappeared. Authorities theorized that after picking up her car at her home, Veronica got into another vehicle with someone she knew. A year after her disappearance, investigators searched Vink's father, resident Vink, that now maintains his innocence in her case and hasn't faced any charges relating to it, and no evidence was located during the search. Veronica is described as a shy, retiring young woman. She was carrying less than $10 in cash on the night her disappearance. There are reports that her work smock, purse, and driver license were found in her car, but her boyfriend class ring and a video she'd rented were never recovered. There are other reports that none of these items she was carrying that night was ever found. Her case remains unsolved. This case is really saddening to me because, I really don't think her boyfriend had nothing to do with it, to be honest with you. I really don't think he had nothing. I think he's innocent. I think it must have been somebody that she knew, got in the car, somebody from work that she knew. Could have they been somebody at work that had some type of crazy obsession with her, and she just did not precipitate that same feelings. I mean, she had a boyfriend that were going out for 5 months. Could she have been pregnant? Maybe. I mean, I don't know, because like I say, he had an accident, so he doesn't even remember himself. So yeah, I feel like I really don't think he had nothing to do with it. I think she did get out. She probably saw somebody, and you know, when she got home, and they wanted to hang out with her, and it could have been somebody from work. It could have been anybody. I mean, if I feel like if it happened right when she was, because her car was there, if it was a stranger, she would have probably have screamed out. Like, if it was a stranger, obviously, and you're right in front of your door, you were gonna scream for your family to hear you. So I really do kind of agree with the detective that it had to be somebody that knew her, or somebody, you know, somebody that they knew her, and she knew them. But yeah, this case, to me, I really do not think the boyfriend did it. I really don't think he had nothing to do with it. But yeah, guys, that's it for today's video. Those are the 3 videos. I will be leaving the information of who you could call for every single one of these videos that I did today. Please do not forget to subscribe. Leave your comments in the comments below, and I will see you later in another video.